good morning, my beautiful people. This is John from USA. Welcome back to the first Sunday talk of the year 2021. Here, I help newcomers, permanent resident, and also US citizens regarding their immigration questions. I give advice to newcomers to United States of America so they don't get in trouble here in the States. And then once in a while, I talk about different things like finance and business. I think it's been a while since I talked about those. I'm going to plan another video, maybe something regarding credit card or, a small business. Some of you guys want to start a small business, stuff like that. But today, I'm going to answer some of the questions you guys send me on YouTube. By the way, we just have a new USMon logo. I don't know if you guys saw it. Please let me know if you like it or not. And then also we just reached 14,000 subscribers. So it's over 14,000 subscribers now. And the view on the channel is more than 2.5 million views. So thank you to you guys. We can do it without you. So without wasting time here, let's get started. The first question today will come from Ali Yassin. Ali Yassin asked this question. Hi John, we appreciate your helpful videos you have made to us. I have a question for you, please. My wife from Iraq, but she lives in Turkey and she's been living there 5 years now. The NVC asking about the police records. The person said do need provided from Turkey or from Iraq, or just let me know she can go back to Iraq to get it. Well, thanks for the question. So one thing you guys have to know is based on the information on the NVC website, if you live in a country where you were 16 years old and you live in that country for 6 months, then you will provide a police clearance certificate of that country. Okay, so in your wife's case, she got to provide a police clearance certificate of Turkey and also the one from Iraq. But since she cannot go back to Iraq, what's gonna happen is you guys can let NVC know. You can write a statement, let them know that okay, your wife is not gonna be able to get a PCC. Therefore, you can continue with the process. Therefore, they will let you continue the process, because if your wife cannot get a PCC, like you said, NVC will know for sure. Anyway, they will double check everything to make sure if something that is impossible, and then from there they might ask you maybe not to provide it, or maybe later on bring it to the interview. But either way, they will let you know exactly what you do. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. Don't just think too much about it. Let NVC know about the situation. All right, let's move to another question. This one will come from Rabba Mesaudi. Rabba Mesaudi asked this question. If I immigrate on spouse visa, do I have to provide all PCC from the countries I lived before, knowing that now I went back to my country? Same thing. Yep. If you live in a country where you were 16 and then you live in that country at least 6 months, you're going to provide a police clearance certificate of that country. Those information are on the NVC website. You can check it out for yourself. Okay. Another question here. This one will come from Kandra Papilaya asked this question. Hi John, I'm watching from Hong Kong. When I'm filled up on DSN 260, I've mistaken in question who is your petition. In my form, I answer self, and suppose it's my wife, and also phone number. What can I do? Call KCC or send email. Thank you for your attention. Well, thanks for the question. So what this viewer or subscriber is talking about is he made a mistake on the DSN 260, which is on the immigrant visa form, and instead of because he answered a question where they asked about a petitioner, he said he's the petitioner, but his wife is the petitioner, so he made that mistake. And also he said he made a mistake on the phone number, and he's talking about to call KCC or email. Well, KCC, it's regarding a lottery visa, DV lottery visa. Okay, In this situation, if it's I-130 petition, you're gonna call NVC. Okay, NVC is the one you're gonna call, not KCC. So since you make the mistake, call NVC and let them know, and they will tell you exactly what you do. If it's not something like you have to worry about now, they will let you know. They will be like, okay, maybe bring a proof on at the interview, just to show that you made a mistake on the DSM 260. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. Let's move to another question here. This one will come from Mary Arredondo asks this question. Hello, USM, your information is always helpful and appreciated. NVC has assigned me with a case number and invoice number. Can you help me better understand who is affected by the immigration suspension? Thanks again, John. God bless. Thank you for the question. Well, as far as the immigration suspension, by the way, they just extend that for 3 months. I made a video about it this week. In general, if you are a green card holder, you petition for your children who are 21 and older, who are older than 21, I should say, they will be affected by the immigration suspension. Your child under age of 21 won't be affected by the immigration suspension. Okay, people who are U.S. citizens and petition for their spouse case won't be affected by the immigration suspension. Their children are the children who are under age of 21 won't be affected by the immigration suspension. Your parent, if you petition for your parent, IR5, of course, your parent case will be affected by the immigration suspension. If you petition for your siblings, their case gonna be affected by the immigration suspension. If you are DV or lottery visa winner, your case is going to be affected by the immigration suspension. Just to mention few, there is more, visa category that are affected by the immigration suspension. Like I said, which was extended for another 3 months. So hopefully, once the new administration start working, go to the White House in January, hopefully things going to change, and we're going to, move forward, basically. All right. So let's go to another question here. This one is come from Ibrahim Rashid. Ibrahim Rashid asked this question. Hi, I want to ask, is it must to submit your sponsor's most recent federal income tax return to the spouse visa interview? Well, thanks for the question. According to NVC, okay, when you check out the information on NVC website, they mention that if you already submit on the affidavit of support and all its financial evidence, you don't have to bring those documents to the interview. However, just to be on the safe side, bring all those documents to the interview in case they ask you, okay? Just to be on the safe side. They say you don't have to, but just to be on the safe side, please do that, okay? All right. Excuse me. So let's move to another question here. This one will come from Karan Singh, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see what Karan Singh asked this question. A USMO, sir, I'm not able to submit my document. I upload everything, but still not be able to submit them. Well, thanks for the question. A lot of people have this issue when they upload all the document and they are unable to hit the submit document button. Yeah, it's common. Usually what you're gonna do, you can log out and log back in maybe like a day after. And if it doesn't work, make sure you submit the document of all applicant in case there is an additional applicant on top of the beneficiary. Okay. And then if you submit all the documents, still doesn't work, you can use another browser. Let's say you use Internet Explorer, it's not working. You can use a Google Chrome and see if it's gonna work. If you do that, but it still doesn't work, well, you have to call NVC, because sometimes the issue is not with you, but it's with an NVC website. The website has sometimes there's glitches and all those stuff, so you have to call them and let them know. They will tell you exactly what to do. Okay, let's move to another question. This one is come from Jacqueline. Let me see. Hey, Jacqueline Ngwa asked this question. Hello, John. Have a great video. I have a question. What type of question do they ask follow to join the Asylum at the consulate interview? Well, one thing you have to know about asylum cases now, every case is different. So when you go to the interview, the question they're gonna ask me is gonna be different than the question they're gonna ask you, the question they're gonna ask Ben, and so forth. Okay. So what I'm gonna tell you here is just make sure you go over the asylum case, okay? All the information you provide in the case, different date, different event, and all those stuff. You have to make sure you know those dates, because they're gonna ask you those dates, and then just be yourself. Don't try to say something that is not true and stuff like that. Once you go over all those, I'll go over the asylum application form, and whatever question you answer on the form, make sure you know exactly why you answer those questions like that, and then you're gonna be fine, okay? Or the follow join asylum person, the person who's going to the interview, I'm trying to say, have to go over all those stuff, and he or she will be fine, okay? Let's move to another question. This one will come from Christopher Herrera asked this question. How long is the total process for receiving the reentry permit, from submission to having it in your hands? Thanks for the question. Usually it might take I would say 3 months to 6 months, to get your reentry permit once you apply for it. Some of you guys who don't know what reentry permit is, basically a document. It's a travel document you use in case you don't have the country of your country's passport, and you can use that and to travel. Let's move to another question here. This one will come from Sergio Kibala asked this question. Hi, John. We need to pay immigrant visa fee for the newborn. Thanks. Well, one thing I know is that every visa applicant will have to pay the immigrant visa fee, okay? If that person will come to United States of America on immigrant visa, yes, that person will pay fees. It don't matter if it's a newborn baby or an adult, they're all gonna pay the fees. But I'm gonna say this, in case the newborn, one of the newborn parent is a U.S. citizen, let's say the petitioner is a U.S. citizen, then that person can apply for on CRBA, which is a consular report of birth abroad. That way the newborn will come to United States of America with a U.S. passport, basically. You don't have to go through all that. But other than that, yep, the newborn will get an immigrant visa to come to United States of America. Therefore, you guys will pay a visa fee for that baby. That's what I know based on my research. That's what I found. If somebody knows something different than this, please let us know. We're all here to learn, okay? Let's move to another question. This one will come from, I think this is the last question of today's video. This one will come from Bright Al. Bright Al asked this question. I have a question. I'm a U.S. citizen and I have a child with my wife. They live out of the U.S. My wife, I-130 is approved. So if I file the form of CRBA, do I also need to call NVC to update my wife I-130 petition? Well, thanks for the question. That's what I just talked about. The CRBA, which is considered a report of birth abroad. Yeah, if you file that for your child, yeah, you can call NVC and let them know, that your child will come to United States of America with her mother or his mother, who will come on an immigrant visa. That way they know who is coming with your wife, because I'm sure when you filed the petition, the baby wasn't born, so you didn't have any information regarding the baby. But now you can call NVC and let them know. That way they can update the file. Okay, so guys, like I said, that was the last question of today's video. And some of you guys like who are not aware of the immigration suspension, I just want to talk about that in this video, where they extended for another 3 months, and I made a video about it on my channel. You can check it out. And also, what else I want to talk about? Well, basically that's it for today's video. And whatever you do today, do it peacefully. Happy Sunday, by the way. Happy Sunday for to all of you guys. I know this year is gonna be a good year. I have the feeling this year gonna be a good year, and so most of you gonna be able to, meet your loved ones, who you didn't see during this pandemic. Hopefully your loved ones gonna get a visa to come to United States of America, to stay with you, to see you, so you guys can have a great life. Once again, my name is John. Thanks for watching, and I talk to you guys next Sunday.
USA Monde.